Hello, Mega Selling Artist. Welcome to Mega Selling Artist Live. Every Tuesday, we come in here and I get to give you game-changing strategies that really are about revolutionizing the way we sell our art. That's what I love doing. So let's make some notes here. Let's check my notes. Today, I'm going to give you one simple secret that's really going to help you do whatever you want in your business. It's going to help you raise your prices, sell more art, basically have the dream business that you love. And I know you're like, well, Shauna, that's kind of a really big promise. I know it is. I'm really excited. All right. So say hello and let me know where you're joining from. I love seeing who's here, who's able to join us live. I realize that so many people can't be here live. So if you are watching this in replay, go ahead and type in #replay. That way I know you were here. I get to see your face, even though it's, just your name. I picture your face when I see your name. So I love having you guys check in here every week. This is one of my favorite things to do. All right, what are we going to do? Well, first of all, we're going to, I love this phrase, we're going to have fun while we're getting stuff done. That's the priority for the day. I am going to invite you, and this is something that my trailblazers and my summit seekers have already known about. They are ready to do this. But you can still join in on the fun at 3:00 p.m. Central today here inside the Mega Selling Artist Facebook group. Or if you're on my business page, you're also going to have access to this. Hey, yay! I see Katrina. And oh, yeah, someone else is here. Thank you for dropping in. You are invited to our Valentine's celebration. Woohoo! I will post this download in the Mega Selling Artist Facebook group. If you are not a member of the Mega Selling Artist Facebook group and you want this download to be able to join in on the fun that I'm talking about today, that's cool. Just come and join the group. I'll accept you, and then you can come in and download this. Basically, it's an explanation of what we're doing today. This is our program of events. I have a group activity we're going to do, plus we're going to play some games. Going to be a couple prizes. I have Valentine gift to give everyone because I like to have fun when we're getting stuff done. So when you do that, you're going to get this download, which is a bouquet sketch that I've sketched for you. And that's going to be our little group activity that we're going to do together. You can grab your watercolors, grab your colored pencils, whatever you want to do. And we're just going to spend a few minutes together celebrating the holiday and taking a break from the stress of the day. 10, 15 minutes. It's not going to be a long event, so don't feel like you have to carve out an hour. Just come visit, take a nice break during the day. Oh, Katrina's got hers. Yay. Bronwyn's here. Yay, Bronwyn. Okay, so here it is, you guys. Who here wants to have customers or raving fans, loyal customers who will buy from you again and again? We're talking about people who love you so much, they tell everyone else about you. They are your biggest supporters. They are always there when you have an offer. And maybe they can't buy every single offer, but they let other people know about your offers because they're like, oh, I know who could use, this is perfect for such and such. Those are the kind of customers I want to have. Me, Katrina wants to, yes, say me, if you want to have those kind of customers. It's what we all should want, right, in our businesses. I'm Shauna St. James, and I'm the founder and owner of Mega Selling Artists, and I love to share sales science secrets that will revolutionize the way you sell art. It makes selling art not just fun, but also predictable, and it really simplifies the way you sell your art. It becomes a repeatable formula that you can just follow a framework, and it simplifies everything. It's so enlightening when you understand how to use sales science. So that's what I love doing and sharing. And I know that you are an amazing artist. I know almost everyone here inside the group. Actually, we still have a pretty small group. So I know everyone inside the group. And I know that you probably all have people telling you that they love your work, that you get all those compliments on your social media. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. Raise your hand, say me if that's you. If that I know it's you. Hey, I see someone else here. Hi. um Give me some fire if that's you. So maybe you have all that going on, right? But your sales aren't matching up with the number of people that you get those hearts and likes and compliments from. You get a ton of them, but not a ton of sales. And not that we would expect every single person who says, "Oh, I love that," to buy it. But it would be nice if we at least had a few of them, right? The sales percentage standard, that standard conversion rate of 3%. If we even had 3% of everyone who said they loved your art buy it, we would be doing really well, especially if we have big numbers that are seeing our art, right? We got to have the eyeballs on our art to do that. And maybe those people are even asking you the price. You even get to the point in the conversation where they want to know, how much is that? Sometimes that's the first question they ask. And we have a system with how we deal with that, by the way. So I'm going to give you the first clue. The first answer is, don't give them the answer. Don't give them the price right away. There's a system as how we walk them down the path to the sale, and giving them the price the first time they ask for it is not part of it. So I will tell you that right now. But a lot of those times, if you do give them the price, that's when those people, they either ghost you or they'll say a really critical thing. Sometimes they say some mean things about that. They'll tell you you're ridiculous to think that you can get that much money for your art, or they'll say something even mean about how rude you are for charging that much. It just doesn't go well. It just doesn't go well at that point. And it's really hard to stay motivated when that happens. And if you're like me, you're really committed to doing what it takes. So you've been doing this a long time and you've probably had some success. Maybe a lot of you have had really good success, but you are ready to level it up and you're not sure what it's going to take to do that. You've probably already invested in some courses or some coaching, and maybe that hasn't worked for you. I get it, because I was there. I just want you to really own the fact and realize the fact that it wasn't a waste of time and money. I don't want you to be upset by that, because a lot of that content that you learned was very valuable content. I know out of all the courses and training I've taken, and I'll admit that it's over hundreds of thousands of dollars, a lot of it was super valuable, even though it wasn't tailored for art. It at least gave me some foundations. Once I figured out how to tailor all of those concepts and layer in the sales science for selling art, everything changed. It transformed my business. And that's what I want you to know. So who here has had that experience where you've had the people ghost you? You can't quite figure out what the strategy is. You losing them someplace along the way. You've taken the courses, but they aren't getting you the results that you want. I would love to hear from you if that's you. I only say that because then I won't feel alone. In truth, I just don't want you to feel alone. But here's the thing. If you think that selling art is more difficult than selling anything else, first of all, I get you. I felt like that for a long time. And, especially the high ticket artwork. I thought, well, yeah, it's easy to sell $20, $50 pieces of art, but I want to sell a $3,000 piece of art. That's much harder than selling a small ticket item. And in some ways, that is true. But it's not when we use sales science. When we're using the formula of sales science, it's just as easy to sell a high ticket item as it is a low ticket item, because it uses the same process. Yeah, that's what I'd love to teach people. All right, so here's the thing. Sales science is neuromarketing, sales psychology. It all sounds really complicated. As artists, I think a lot of us are like, yeah, I'm not a science geek. I'm not a science guru, Shauna. When I hear you say sales science, I'm out. But I want you to know it is much simpler than it sounds. And for someone like me who I'm not saying I didn't like science, it just wasn't my jam, right? This is a whole different concept of the way to apply. It's the way to apply how we're naturally wired as humans, how our brains work, how we use those processes when we're having a conversation around our art. Sorry, those dogs, I have no idea what's going on, but they scared me. So let's get into this. Would it be okay? Would it be okay with you if I shared a simple sales science secret for you? One sales science secret that really helped me double my income in less than a year. Yeah. It also helped other artists that I work with, become high six-figure income artists. It wasn't overnight. It wasn't overnight. They had to use this process and apply it. But, they learned how to really change the way they sell art. You ready? It's really simple. Remember when I said sales science was simple? You're probably going to be like, Shauna. So here's how you do it. Here's how you create raving fans, loyal customers, and people that will buy from you again and again. This is it. You got to create a movement. You have to create a movement. What do I mean by that? Movements are things that tap into the deepest emotions and deepest core part of our human psyche. Everyone wants to have a purpose. Everyone wants to matter. And a movement is how you make that happen for people. When people can buy into a movement, they're compelled to support it. And not just compelled to support it, but take action on it, right? They can't help but take action in it. They can't help but invest in it emotionally, physically, financially, and even with their time. That's how you create people who will come back to you again and again and again, who will always listen to what you say, who always want to see what you created by creating a movement. I had an example, the power of a movement. One of the artists I work with went from selling zero. She came to us she'd never sold anything, literally. And she wasn't a brand new artist, but she was brand new to really making this a business. And she went from that to being able to sell $5,000 in one weekend by applying this concept, by applying this sales science principle, this one principle to her sales system. Another artist, went from selling a few $1,000s a year, right? Which isn't bad. I mean, I'm not saying any of these are bad results, but she wanted more than that. And she was able to sell $8,000 in a weekend by learning this principle. This principle helped her also raise her prices, right? People were willing to pay more. So she was able to raise her prices by 50% in less than a year and have people come back for more. Yes, it can happen. It can work for you. You can have the business that you dream of when you understand sales science. I know I get so excited about it. It's kind of goofy. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's true. It's true. So whatever that goal is for you, I want you to have the power of sales science that's going to help you get there. If you don't know how to create a movement, if you don't understand sales science, I totally get it. I didn't either. It was something I had to learn. It was something I had to create a system for. I would love to share that with you. I would love to share that with you. If you have questions about that, send me a message or just say, hey, I want to talk to you. I'd love to talk to you and let you know. I do have programs that we can help you with, right? The Trailblazers, I have the Trailblazers and the Summit Seeker programs. Both of those are still open to you at the founder's price. Those prices will be coming down soon, and then they will be going back to their regular retail price. But if you want to know what that is, just know what it includes, how I can help you, I would love to help you. There's no obligation. If we have a chat, it's not like you're going to be tied down and I'm going to twist your arm. Not at all. I want to make sure that I have the right training to help you before we ever, quote, make a deal. So do not feel obligated in any way. But that is what I am here for. If I can support you, I want to know what I can do for you to do that. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. If you would like to come to the Valentine's celebration, this is actually a celebration that I am doing for our Trailblazers and Summit Seekers, but I thought I would open it up to you so you would have a little sneak peek of what we're doing inside to have fun while we're getting stuff done. If you want that, go ahead and say me or Valentine in the chat, and I will make sure that I will get this download to you so you can join us. There will be a couple of things that are still exclusively for my Trailblazers and Summit Seekers, but we'd love to have you join us for the party and the fun. And you probably still have time to get some of your party snacks in. All right, I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.